Blessings, blessings. I pray everyone is well out there. I am embedded in the heart of God, and I come to you in the name of the Lord. I come to you in his name. So today is November 10th of 2025, and I'm here to release the word that the Lord has for Trump. Now, I was spending time with the Lord in prayer and everything like that, just reading his word and praising him and worshiping him. And of course, praying for the land and the people and the situation and everything that's going on. And the Lord told me to go to Psalms 52. And so I said, yes, Lord. And I go to Psalms 52, and this is what it reads. It says, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of God endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Selah. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah. The righteous also shall see and fear, and shall laugh at him. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in his wickedness. But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. I will praise thee forever, because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name, for it is good before thy saints. And when I read that, and the Lord told me to go there, and when I read that, I said, Lord, why did you take me here? And the Lord said, that was for Trump. I said, oh, Lord, for God to place it in my spirit to go to Psalms 52, the Lord is, Trump, you have made problems with God. You have made problems with God, for God to get my attention, because I do not, and I repeat, I do not watch the news. Okay. But of course, with everybody that has not gotten their stamps to be able to eat for the holidays and stuff like that, okay, I got wind of that. But for God to sit up and take me to Psalms 52 and bring this to my attention and said that this is your judgment and that this was for you, I said, you in trouble. You have made problems with God. I was shaking, because this is not good. This is not good. Do y'all understand the words that God said in this? Psalms 52. especially when it says, God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. Shalah. That means exactly what it says. And when I tell you God is already starting and we have not even gotten into 2026 yet, mm-mm, I'm not adding and I'm not taking away. God said that this was for Trump. This is why he took me here. Psalms 52. And when I shared it with someone else, God had been placing in their spirit and they have been reading in Amos. They've been reading in that book. I said, this is confirmation. This is confirmation. So God is placing this in a lot of his people's spirit. Trump, this is real. This is not funny. This is bad right here. I'm going to read this one more time. And this is the word of the Lord to Trump. This is God's very own words. He said this was for Trump. So that means judgment is on his head. Period. No comma. This is what it says. Why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of God endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Shalah. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. Shalah. The righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness. But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. I will praise thee forever because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name, for it is good before thy saints. And the latter half is us, his children, his saints, who reverence, respect, and obey God. Judgment has come, and God has spoken, and this is his judgment. That's cut and dry, it's clear. That is the word of the Lord. Now I'm not adding or I'm not taking away from what he said. This is what he said verbatim as he took me again to Psalms 52. He said that is for you, Trump. And when God says something, when something comes from the Spirit of God, you can count on that happening verbatim. It's going to happen exactly how God said. This that for God to I'm scared. This is not funny. This is not funny. Nobody takes pleasure in giving. Basically, this is the word and judgment of God. I don't take pleasure in doing that. That's not funny because, especially if you know that this person, you have blood on your hands and you will be without God. That's not funny. This is not a laughing moment. This is serious. And this is God's judgment. And when God's judgment is set, there is no praying. This is, he's in trouble. That's it. This came from the Spirit of the Lord. I'm going to leave this up on a replay. This is God's judgment for Trump. You guys be blessed. And make sure, repent, turn from evil. Repent, turn from evil. Repent, turn from evil. And reverence and respect and obey God and stay in His word and read His word and follow His word and follow His commands. He says, those of you who obey Him and follow His commandments are those of you who love Him. This is not, I'm telling you, 2026. God said He was going to show in action who He is. And that further confirms, especially the part where He said we will see and fear and reverence Him when this happens. That's what I'm saying. God is done with talking. This is happening already. And we have not even gotten into 2026. God cannot and shall not lie. He can't. He cannot lie. It's already happening. When I tell you I'm shaking in my boots, that's why I don't play with God. This is the word of the Lord. Y'all better get right with God for real. Well, I don't know. It's already for the people who did not take heed to God when God was speaking. And this goes for everybody like Trump, them wealthy people. Y'all finna get jacked up. Well, I'm out of here. May you guys be blessed. Bye bye.